All right. Hey guys, welcome to our podcast.
Welcome.
Welcome. We're so excited. I'm Grace and this is Michael, and we are on the staff team of Blackhawk College Ministry, and we're launching a podcast. It's going to be called Good Company, as you can see here. And yeah, we just really believe that we want to do life in good company with people. And this podcast is just a way for us to talk about faith and honest conversations while in good company.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better. This has just been kind of a desire of ours for honestly several years now as we've been working on a team together. We just have so many good conversations and good companies. So we're a part of the college ministry and internship team here at Blackhawk. And in our office, we're goofy people. We're just going to say that right now. We like to have fun. We're goofy, but then we'll just lock it into like a deep conversation about what it looks like to follow Jesus. And it's just such a good, thoughtful conversation and in good company.
Yeah.
So we're like, hey, what if we had this type of a conversation with you and your friends? And that's what we're doing here. And so this is not a polished professional thing. This is just picture yourself, whether you're driving right now, you're at the gym, what you're cleaning, wherever you're at right now. This is a conversation for you to pull up a metaphorical chair, sit with us in good company, and have an honest conversation about what it looks like to follow Jesus wherever you're at right now in your life.
Yeah, that's so good. We're so excited about this. And honestly, we couldn't think of a better episode of a first episode than to talk about dating. We feel like the college student, the young adult, that's what they're thinking about. They're thinking about dating. They're wanting to find their person. Maybe they're going through a breakup, whatever it is. It's just something that really can take a lot of our brain space and a lot of real estate for what we're thinking about. Yeah. So we thought, hey, let's just talk about it. First episode, let's go there. So Michael, let's just jump in. You and
jump in. Let's talk dating.
Let's talk dating. We're in different seasons of our life, you and me. So would you mind just start giving a little brief history of like your dating history and where you're at now in life?
Boy, yeah, a brief history. So I'm 40, and it's so funny just working as a college pastor. People, and you're not 40, you're 25, 27.
Yeah.
And I'll take it, okay? There you go. It's better than, oh, are you sure you're not 50?
Yeah.
I'll take that. But all that to say, I've only been married for a year and a half. Not even a year and a half. So 40, year and a half, do the math. I met my wife on online dating. Sometimes it works.
Honestly, it works for a lot of people. Yeah. I feel like it's more common than you think.
I like that. Just my story. I've been a pastor for a long time, and with college students and young adults, a lot of leaders are young adults. And as I was younger, I just didn't want to, and this is just me, I'm not saying that this should be other people, but I didn't want to mix dating and pastoring and leading because that can get complicated. Yeah. So I did that a couple times, and a lot of those times I wasn't, making wise decisions, and I hurt people. Dating, you get hurt, you hurt, it's messy, but it's also really, really good. Yeah. But so long story medium, I went to online dating a lot and found my now wife, Cassie. Yeah. And so I want to say that it was just this beautiful, like I felt like the Lord led me to online dating, and I matched with Cassie. No, it was multiple years of multiple dates and multiple times getting ghosted. And there was a time in my life where someone tried to hook me up with a relative, love them, and the relative
with a relative
of their relative.
Clarify, not your relative.
Yes, if you're listening to this podcast, which you're probably not, thank you. And I'm not saying this in a negative way, but long story short, I was ghosted, and yes, I was a pastor at the time because I was like 2.5, 3 years ago. It was December of 2022, and my mature reaction was, let's literally go to every online dating site and max out on them and swipe right to everyone that I was remotely interested in. Not healthy.
No.
So after my weekend of what I call rebounding, I was like, Michael, you're rebounding. What are you doing? Like, okay, you need to quit all these things, and you need to have a good talk with Jesus and get over your hurt from being ghosted. Because it was like a 2-3 month conversation, and then the ghost happened. So I kind of hit a little deeper. But So I quit all of the online things, but I connected with Cassie.
Mm,
She was in Minnesota, Minneapolis.
yeah.
I'm in Madison. I don't do long distance,
Mm,
so I'm like, okay, this is not going to work out. But it was past the point of just casual like
yeah.
talking. We were getting in conversations, and I thought she seems really nice and sweet. I don't want to ghost her because I was just ghosted. Let's see where this like how this plays
Where it
out.
could go.
I know it's not gonna play out well because the distance, 5 hours, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Turns out it turned out well.
Surprise.
And so,
Yeah.
here we are, we're married,
Oh my
and
God.
that's but with that, I was single for a long,
Mm,
long time. My
mm,
first, message at all Blackhawk, was on loneliness because
mm,
I was the old single guy.
mm.
And the thought and was, "Well, you know what loneliness is," which they were correct.
Yeah.
Let's
Ouch,
have
though.
you
Yeah.
yeah, ouch, but
Yeah.
which was like I could speak from like
Mm,
a pure space, but, from that talk on loneliness. So most of my life, single, sometimes by choice, a lot of times by season,
yeah.
and I dated a handful of times, but Cassie was the one that stuck longer than,
Mm.
honestly, 3 months. So,
Wow. That's
yeah,
awesome. Okay. So you're a year and a half into dating, or sorry,
marriage.
marriage.
Yeah.
Um, what would you say, like, in your first year and a half of marriage is the biggest lesson you've learned, or like the biggest surprise?
It's a really good question. Yeah, I would say the biggest I mean, there's so many lessons, and, you hear the first year of marriage, you just learn a lot. I don't wanna say it's hard, a lot of people say and that was one of the things that was really not happy about when I was really going towards marriage with
Mm,
Cassie. Everyone's like, "It's hard, it's hard. Are you sure it's hard? It's
yeah.
hard." I would say, that it's complicated because it's
Mm,
2 people who have led 2 different lives
mm-hmm.
joining one team. The Bible says that you become one flesh.
Yeah.
And so, what does it look like to be 2 different people joining one kind of flesh, one team with like keeping what makes you authentically you?
Right.
Pardon me. So there was a lot of different things that was complicated, but I think the thing that like the biggest lesson that I learned was that and I don't know if anyone listening to this or watching this video right now can relate, but when I was just younger and dating, for a lot of guys and girls out there, like looks matter so
Mhm.
much. You just want to be attracted to the person.
Yeah.
You care about what they wear. You care about like how they present themselves, and that is such a high value. When you get married, like literally that doesn't matter.
Mm.
And I find myself just looking at Cassie and not even caring. Like I don't even. It's not clocking if she's wearing makeup, not
Oh,
wearing
yeah.
makeup, or if she's done her hair or hasn't done her hair.
Yeah.
I just love her. Like I
Mm.
don't care how she's presenting herself. My
Mhm.
eyes just go to her heart,
Like her,
her.
what
But I
you know of her.
remember, when I was younger, swiping left on different things like I don't like her hair, I don't like her
Mm.
style right
Mhm.
now. That just those things don't matter when you're on a team.
Right.
So,
Yeah, that's crazy too, because I feel like there are just, like, so many young adults, college students right now. It is so important to them. Like,
yeah.
genuinely, I think it's like a non-starter for people. Like,
Yeah,
"Man, you're not at my bar, you're not attractive enough," whatever that means. Like, I wouldn't even give you the time of day. So it's like
totally.
people with great character are just getting passed side to side because people think that that's what's gonna make them happy in the long run,
Yeah.
which
When so I mean, for Cassie and I, we waited until we were married to have sex
yeah,
and to live together. Like the Bible will point to that as a wise thing
yeah,
to do.
yeah.
And so we waited till we were married, and let me tell you, like no one looks good in the morning. Like
Yeah,
when you wake
yeah.
up, your hair's everywhere, you got drool,
Breath,
smell your breath smells
so
even if you
bad.
brush your teeth.
Yeah.
So the reality is you're going to see each other when you're
Mm,
not all done up.
yeah.
And so those things like the shallow things quickly just kind
Mhm.
of I mean the shallow things stay shallow, and
Yeah.
like if you want a deeper relationship you got to move past that.
Yeah, totally.
So,
No, that's so good. Okay, now moving on to like the people who are listening. Probably there's a lot of people in a lot of different seasons, single,
yeah.
dating, maybe married. And for a lot of them, maybe some people are like ready to start dating,
Mhm.
but maybe they're not ready actually to start dating.
Yeah.
So how or what in your experience is a good like way to know, okay, I'm actually ready to start like going on the dating apps or asking people out versus no, I'm single right now. I should probably lean into this single season. Like, is there a difference? Can both be true? Kind of how do
Yeah.
you navigate that?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I just start with why. I think
Mm,
there was a book that was written. I think it was by a guy named Simon Sinek. Start with why. Like, what's your motivation for dating? And I think that if you're comfortable with where your why is at, if you think your why is healthy,
mm,
then give it a try.
yeah.
But I mean, so I would leave that up to the listener.
Mm,
Where's your why? If you want to date, where's your why? If it's, I'm just super lonely and I
right.
want someone to complete
Someone to
me,
fulfill me. Yeah.
well, they're never going to.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying don't date, but challenge your why.
Mm,
If you're out there and thinking like, man, I just want to do life with someone, that's not a bad
mm,
why.
yeah.
But also, like, have grace with yourself because
Yeah.
literally my why in dating Cassie was total rebound,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh my
And so
God.
it's okay. I think also people try to approach dating in like, I got to be super perfect. I got to be
Mm,
buttoned down. But I
mm-hmm.
think the thing that I want to tell people is you got to date a lot. Like, date
Yeah.
often, date a lot of people. I think approach it in a way where you're not hurting people.
Yeah.
Hurting will happen. You're going to
Yeah.
hurt someone. Don't harm them. I
Yeah.
mean, harming will happen too, but harming someone, usually there's intentionality behind that.
Mm,
But um, like, check your why and then be respectful to the person.
yeah.
How about you, Grace? I know you've dated a handful of times in a good way,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we literally just had a conversation.
No.
This is good company. One of our office conversations where I was like, Grace, I think you need to be dating more people.
I was like, You're wrong. Like, I
Yeah.
date too much, don't I?"
And I was like, Grace, I think on the scale of dating too much and not dating enough, you're really on the not dating
Mm,
enough side.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm calling you
No,
out to
that's funny
people right
going
now.
in.
Going in.
I
Yeah.
think to go back on a point you said earlier, like, you
To
need
dodge what I just said.
yeah, no,
No,
I'm
just
coming
joking.
back. I'm
I'm
coming
joking.
back. You were saying like date a lot. And I think in Christian culture, I don't know, maybe this is just like how I grew up. It's like, well, if you don't know that you probably you're going to marry them, or if you're not certain they're going to be your husband or wife or whatever, like you need to date so intentionally. And I think
Yeah.
sometimes in Christian culture, that's become like, you need to have everything figured out. So it feels really scary to just date because then you're
Mm,
like, well, I don't have all the pieces figured out. I don't know if I want to marry them. So what do you
yeah.
mean I just date them? And so
Yeah.
I think there might be a lot of Christians out there who it's really scary to start dating because we've received this message that
Yeah.
you need to have it all figured out before you even go on a date,
Yeah.
which is crazy. But yeah, I have gone through a couple like serious, been in two serious relationships probably in my life. One in all of college and then one post college. And so just recently went through a breakup like 4 to 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So I'm single. I'm doing the single life and kind of navigating, like we were talking about
Yeah.
before, like what does it look like to date? What does it look like to date well? How do you
Yeah.
know if you're interested in someone beyond, friendship and things like that? So that's kind of where I'm at. It's like can be a really uncomfortable season, but I think it can be fun if you do it right. So that's
And
where I'm at.
yeah, and I don't know if this is what you're experiencing, but I think in your defense, when I was pushing
When you
you,
were kicking me under the
but it was in the middle of like a really deep, good,
No, it
long
was good. It was
conversation.
good.
So listeners right now might be like, wow, back off,
Yeah,
Michael.
no, it was good.
But I think it was a healthy kind of
Yeah.
nudge. But I think in your defense, or just to share your side of the story, like you really, really care about who you end up with.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to date someone that you really, really like or love or somewhere in between, you don't know. And then for that not to work out and then to like kind of put yourself in that
Mm,
situation with someone else,
yeah.
I think that there's like a holy caution
Mm,
that we need to be aware of,
yeah.
when we're going into that. But that caution can end up being like a barrier or
A
like a
wall.
safety
Yeah.
wall that
Yeah.
we put up
Totally.
to where like I think, I talked about hurting and harming. Don't try to hurt people, but man, the reality is dating, it's so, like you said, it's so messy.
Mm,
You're gonna hurt. You're gonna get
yeah.
hurt.
Yeah.
You're gonna hurt people because I mean, ultimately, like this isn't the goal of a lot of people for dating, but I think it is a healthy goal to
Mm,
think of
hmm.
for when you're like, what's the ultimate why? But marriage,
Yeah.
like, I think that is a really healthy goal for
Yeah.
dating.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to find someone that you're sharing your life with and you're building your life with.
Yeah.
And if it's in your vows to death, till death do us
Mhm.
part, like you want to hook yourself up with someone that like when you wake up, you're happy to see them.
Yeah.
When you're going to bed, you're happy to kiss them goodnight, you
Mhm.
know?
Mhm.
Um, there's a lot of intentionality that goes into that. And so dating,
Yeah.
man, you don't want to just slop your way through dating. You don't want to
Mm.
just point to someone, say, like, let's try to make it work out.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
you want someone whose character aligns with your character,
Yeah.
you know?
Totally,
And
totally. And I think that kind of goes into like the next part I wanted to talk about is just like I think it's hard to know what to look for when dating. There's
yeah,
all these different things like, okay, how much do we have to have chemistry? Okay, their character.
yeah,
Do they make me laugh? Am I attracted to them? Like
yep,
all these different things that like you can have on your list of needs.
yeah,
I'm curious for you, like, do you have kind of advice for people of like, hey, these should be like your top three, or these are the
yeah,
top things to look for when you're looking for a
yeah.
partner?
Yeah, I think the first is just juggling. Can they juggle?
Oh my
No, I don't know. I'm weird. I'm good.
God.
Sorry, guys. We're not editing that out. You could. No, I think, I mean, the first answer is, do they love Jesus?
Right.
And I want to say that intentionally.
Mm,
I think that a lot of people can shrug that off like, oh, that if you're a
of
Christian,
course,
that's.
duh. Yeah.
I want someone who wants Jesus.
Mm.
I don't want someone who says, yeah, I follow Jesus. I want someone who wants him.
There's a difference there.
There's a
Big
difference.
difference.
So
Yeah.
for me, being in ministry, like I'm a pastor, like that's not only my like profession,
Mhm.
but like that's my relationship with Jesus is the most important thing about me.
Mm.
And so when I was dating, I wanted not only someone who claimed to be a follower of Jesus, but I wanted to see it. And I
Yeah.
wanted to see it before I entered into like a dating relationship.
Yeah.
So Cassie, I wanted this is for me again, like these are my standards. I'm not saying that they need to be your
Yeah.
standards, but for my standards, since that's so important to me, one, do they claim to follow Jesus? Two, are they plugged into a
Mm.
group where you're actively talking about Jesus, like a community group
Yeah.
or a study or something like that?
Yeah.
And three, are you serving?
Mm.
Is there an element where you're serving? Those are really, really high standards that are not a lot of people meet. But for me, like I didn't want someone to just start running their relationship with
Mhm.
Jesus or start being active because they were dating
Because
me
of you.
and they knew
Yeah.
that I was active. I wanted to both run together
Mhm.
and I wanted to see evidence of that because the reality is when you're married or like really intentionally dating, I'll just say for married, when you're married, you get to see their real colors.
Yeah.
You know, you get to see the real them
Mm.
because the commitment's there, the ring is on the fingers, like you're there, their true colors show.
Yeah.
Chris Dolson, our old senior pastor, he's now on the teaching team for Blackhawk. He said this a lot to me. You never know the type of tea someone
Oh, I
is or the
like
flavor
this.
of
Yeah.
tea until you put them in hot water.
Yep.
And so when hard things happen, I want to see, are they going to go to Jesus before me?
Mm.
Like, meaning, are they going to say, God, I'm like struggling with this area. Like, yeah, Michael and I are going to try to figure it out together, but I'm going to come to you and just, I pray that you help me in this.
Yeah.
Or like, man, I have some extra time. Like, how am I serving in his kingdom?
Mm.
So I think that's a really, really important first thing for you're asking me. I'm not
Yeah.
saying this is for
Yeah.
everyone.
But there's wisdom in that too, like biblically.
Yeah,
There's wisdom in
totally.
that. Yeah.
The second thing, I wanted to be attracted to their character.
Mm.
So, for me, some of that, like, I'm attracted to someone who's really, really authentically kind and really, like, the core, they're compassionate and nice. And if
Mm.
you've met my wife,
She
like,
is the epitome of that.
that's who
Yeah,
she
she's
is.
so nice.
Like, she apologizes. What is she? She apologizes for a lot of things, but it like comes from a true
She's
thing. Like,
real. Yeah.
she just, and it's not a fake thing. She's
Mm-mm.
so kind and so
Yeah.
compassionate. And that was the second thing. I'm like, wow, when I'm like going through it, I need someone who's like really kind and
Yeah.
compassionate and can help me.
Yeah.
And the third thing, um, so like like their relationship with Jesus, kind,
Yep.
um, socially, like I
Mhm.
wanted them to be able to like navigate social waters well because I'm
Mm.
a very social person.
Yeah. Totally.
And it doesn't mean that they have to be an extrovert,
Mhm.
but I wanted to see like, hey, if it's like if you're in a conversation or a meet and greet in church, the pastor says, turn to
Turn to
your
your neighbor.
right,
Yeah.
greet. Are you gonna be able to have a conversation
Yeah.
with the person next to you? That
Yeah.
was important for me.
Yeah.
And then after that, I will say looks.
Yeah.
Like, I wanna be attracted to
Yeah.
someone because that is a very real thing.
Yeah.
But if that was number 1 or number 2 for me, I would have to say, "Okay, Michael, what's your why?" Like,
Mm,
because
evaluate it. Yeah.
evaluate it
Yeah.
because, each day we're not looking better. Like,
We're looking
we're
worse. Let's be
getting,
honest.
40,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. I want to go back to something you were saying where it's like, I don't know in exactly these words you said it, but kind of like evangelism dating maybe is like a word for it of
yeah.
like, oh, in the work we're in, yeah, they'll start following Jesus because the person you're interested is in ministry or
Yeah.
whatever. And I think something that is interesting to dating and just experience I've had is like people show you the best right away and
Yep.
like they put on a mask or I mean not a mask but like they're just trying their hardest to impress you and
Yep.
like be all in for you right away. So if they're doing it just for you, I mean in my opinion like likely that's going to fade.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, but especially in the relationship with Christ, like it has to be something that
Yeah.
they have for themselves because
Mhm.
in the beginning I think they just want to show the best.
Yeah, 100%. I think, like, if you're dating someone, know that if things are hard, you're experiencing their best right now.
Right. Like, it's just gonna get harder.
It's just gonna get
Yeah.
harder
Yeah.
because when you're I mean, I'm speaking from the, like, platform, that's not the right word, but of being married, you're real.
Mm,
Like, it's the warts, everything,
yeah.
you're just I think the beautiful thing about, like, I think, like, God's biblical idea of being married when you first meet someone. Dating's not in the Bible, so we're
Yeah.
just trying to understand how do we
Yeah.
fit the Bible into our cultural context of talking about dating.
Mhm.
I really like the idea, and now listeners, you might disagree with me when I'm saying like saving sex until you're married, but just for a biblical context, and it's
Mhm.
okay if you disagree. Let's have coffee. Let's talk about it. It's okay to disagree. Um, but this idea of when you're dating someone, you're slowly stripping off the layers of yourself and becoming more vulnerable
Mhm.
to where in when you're married, sexually, like you're naked
Yeah.
with someone,
Yeah.
but also emotionally you should be naked with someone, like spiritually you're naked with someone. When you get married, you get to see the whole
Mm.
thing.
Mhm.
Like Cassie sees the whole good parts of me and the whole crabby,
Yeah.
not good parts of me.
Yeah.
And so if you're noticing that before you've experienced the full naked part emotionally,
Yeah.
spiritually, physically, in the dating context,
Mm.
you gotta say like, "Okay, well, what's when, like, the veil's really gone, where
Mhm.
are they at?" And that doesn't mean you run, but that means you have some questions that you ask
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
"Hey, you're jumping to anger,"
Mm.
or, "Hey, you weren't really treating me well." And it's okay, "Hey, you weren't considering me in this."
Mm.
I think a lot of people don't they think it might be selfish to say, "Hey, your actions, you weren't considering me and how I felt in your actions."
Mm.
That is not selfish. That is a healthy relationship.
Mhm.
When you're in a healthy relationship with someone, you always need to be considering when I say or do something, how is my partner, how's
Mhm.
the person I'm dating, how's my spouse, how are they going to react to it, or
Yeah.
how is that going to reflect on them?
Yeah.
If they don't have that awareness, hold up.
Yeah.
Like, you always have to. That should happen month 1 of dating, year 1 of dating,
Right.
year 5 of marriage, year 70 of marriage. You need
Right.
to have that like, are they thinking of me and
Considering. And if you
considering me?
probably I mean, if they're not doing that at the beginning, like, that's a telltale sign of, like, that's not gonna come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, it's not, "Oh, if I'm experiencing these things, I need to run from them." That's not what I'm
No.
saying,
Yeah.
but that's gonna be a hard conversation,
Mm. Yeah.
and it might hurt that person, but hurt's okay sometimes.
Mm. Yeah.
So
That's so good.
how about you? I mean, you're in the dating scene. What are, like, 3 top things right
Yeah,
now
that I'm thinking of.
that you're thinking of? Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with the, like, obviously they have to love Jesus, and that's not just a, like, oh, like you said, that's not just a passing thing, like, truly, for me, I think when it comes to loving Jesus, like, I really am thinking about someone's integrity and, like, their
Yeah.
walk in life, like, that's something that's really big for me of, like, what do they do behind closed doors? What are their little decisions they're
Yes.
making? Like, do do you only have integrity in the big moments when people notice, or do you have integrity in the little moments and the habit building moments and the telling the full truth even if it
Yep.
hurts and all of those things? I think that is something that more recently I'm realizing is a really big
Yeah.
one for me. So that's like probably my top. I agree similarly, like, I'm a bit of a sensitive person, so I,
Yeah.
like, need someone who is kind with their words and just, like, a more gentle approach
Yeah.
to speaking and communicating. That's just something I value in, like,
Yeah.
friends and family members and people I surround myself with. I just
Yeah.
want, similarly to you, like, someone who, like, their core just has, like, a
Mhm.
kindness to them.
And that's not everyone. That's just us. We're linking up on
Yeah,
that. And
yeah, that might not be as
some people
important.
want the abrasiveness. They
Yeah,
want, and that's more power to you.
yeah.
We will
I'll
crumble.
cry. I'll start
We will
crying.
crumble. I'll get like, a little
I'll
Spitfire.
crumble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Really quick before you go on, you said something on your first point,
yeah.
behind closed doors. You want someone with integrity of what they do when you get married, you're
Mm,
going to be behind their
yeah,
closed door.
right.
So
Yeah.
the things that you might be in a relationship right now, someone listening to me, and you have a life behind closed doors, and then you have a life with the person that you're dating or your friends.
Mm,
If marriage is in your future and when you get married, and I know I'm speaking about marriage as a context of a goal when you're just really sharing,
yeah.
um, your closed door becomes theirs closed door.
Mm,
So there's going to be a point where you have to clean up what's behind those closed door and get accountability, or
wow.
just know that you're inviting someone into that closed door.
Mm, that's
So
good.
look at your closed door and say, is this a door that I want to invite someone in, or do I need to do some work and clean it up
Yeah.
for them?
Yeah. That's really good. And I think that kind of relates to like, you'll never be in the perfect place to be dating, but like that is
Yeah.
something to consider of like,
Yeah.
would I want to be dating the type of person I
Yeah.
am? And like, or do I have stuff I need to work?
Because I know I'm interrupting the question that I asked you,
That's
but
okay.
that is true,
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, we're never going to have clean rooms behind the closed
Right.
door.
Never. Yeah.
Never. But with Cassie's closed door, like, I'm willing to be there and help her clean it
Even
up,
it. Yeah.
to help her if she needs accountability, vice versa. I have guys in my life that I'm accountable with in different
Mm-hmm.
areas. You need to invite people behind those closed doors
Yeah.
because they don't clean themselves,
Right. And they
you
don't
know?
clean in secrecy. Like
And before you get married, tell your future spouse what's behind those
all of it.
closed doors.
Mm,
I remember when Cassie and I had that conversation, what's behind the closed doors.
wow.
We needed to build trust with each other.
Mm.
But when we did, I was like sweating. I was like, what if she's like, ah?
Mine.
But the
Yeah.
reality is, she met me with so much love and
Mm.
so much grace
Mhm.
because she was met with that love and grace from Jesus and
Yeah.
was able to give it to me. But man, like, it showed me, okay, she's showing her cards when it
Yeah.
comes to grace and forgiveness, and it was just really a really great thing to meet, someone with, but like also it's just such a vulnerable thing,
Mhm.
it's yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
and I feel like it just builds so much trust between you guys
yes,
as you, like, are like, "Okay, I just showed you everything that you could walk away from or not want, and, like, you still choose me." I feel like that's, like, what the ideal of marriage is.
yes, yeah.
So
Okay, I
no,
interrupted
you're
you.
good.
You're
Okay, my third thing
yes,
I think is just like someone who has like a lightness to life and just like a joy to life. Like I feel
yeah,
like the world is already so hard and like life
yeah,
is already so hard that I want to be with someone who doesn't make life harder. And like obviously relationships are hard and you're always going to have
yeah,
issues, but I think there is just like a personality type that is like full of joy and just sees like the glass half full and like the
yeah.
goodness out of life and just brings joy and laughter to life. And I think that is something I am learning I value a lot.
It's awesome.
So those are my things.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, Michael, I have one more little fun thing I want to talk about with you.
Let's do it.
And I made a list of things. So
Okay.
we're gonna play, we're gonna have a little game section, little fun section to
Ooh.
each podcast, hopefully.
Yeah.
And for this one, I want to do red flag or green flag. So I'm
Okay.
gonna list like a trait, something, and you just with your gut tell me, do you think it's a red flag or a green flag? And then you can explain why.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So also, we should have probably more conversations on
I
dating
know, I'm like, wait.
because I feel like we've talked about 3% of what we
There's
could
so
talk
much
about
more.
when it comes to
Yeah.
dating in a Christian context or wanting
Yeah.
to put Jesus kind
Yeah.
of first. There's so many
There's
things I'm
so
like,
many.
oh, I want to talk about this,
Same,
this, this.
same.
So maybe we'll have another
Yeah,
one.
stay tuned.
I don't know.
Stay tuned.
I don't know.
We might come back
Is
with
this
more.
a dating podcast? This is not a dating
No.
podcast.
People
No.
being not.
No.
No. Okay,
Yeah.
are you ready for these red flag, green flags?
Okay. Also, I will say I'm such a gray person. I'm not a black and white.
Same. You
Okay.
can say yellow. Try to say green or red,
Okay.
but you can say yellow if you really are stuck.
Okay. I don't know these questions.
No,
so
you don't.
it's my
Okay.
gut.
Ask to do a Bible study together before you're dating.
Yes. Green.
Green?
Green.
Some people wouldn't say that.
Green. Why not? I mean, I think like good relationships happen. I mean, if you're not like me and Cassie totally didn't know each other, but
Right.
if you're friends and like maybe you're going to
no,
Tuesday
like
nights.
boy, girl. Just boy, girl. You think green flag?
Oh, like not in a community, just boy, girl.
Yeah, like a boy asks a girl to do a Bible study together. You're not dating.
So just them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just between two
I was
people.
like, oh, it's a co-ed group. That's awesome. You get to see what they think. And
No, yeah,
all
that's
these things.
ideal.
That's really good.
No.
I'm like, why wouldn't that be?
No, sorry.
Oh, gosh. So someone comes up to you and says, hey, how you doing?
I don't know.
But you don't like it.
No, I
Want to join a Bible study? Do a Bible study? That just seems creepy.
Okay, so is it a red flag?
I don't think it's a red flag. I think it, see, this is the gray in me.
Okay.
I think the context matters. If you're pointing towards, we're probably going to, well, maybe an orange flag. Because if it's pointing towards you're going to date each other, just date each other.
Start
just
dating.
go on a date. Say, hey, let's go out, have coffee, get a drink, whatever. If you're over 21.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't be ambiguous.
Well, right. I think, in my opinion, great. Do a Bible study together once you're boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah.
I don't know that because I think that's just weird, like boundaries. Then you're
because if you're gonna go on it, if you're gonna join a Bible study with a guy and a girl, that should mean you're probably both interested in each other. If you're not, then why are you?
Yes, I agree.
I don't know.
I agree.
It could work. It could work.
I think it's orange.
It could work.
I think it's orange. Okay,
if
next.
It's a total platonic, we're just friends, more power to you. But if one person's thinking about that, like let's say that me and Kat, sorry, I'm not ready. You probably have 15 questions. I'm just going to really say really quick. If like Cassie and I were just friends and we never were going to date, and I was like, she's just a good friend. I just want to do a Bible study with her. And she's thinking like, I kind of want to date this guy.
Yeah.
But if it's never going to go there, girl needs to not do the Bible study with me because every guy is going to think we're dating. And then she's going to be like.
You shouldn't ask her to do a Bible study if you're not interested.
That's true.
Do you see what I'm saying?
But sometimes some people, I'm not saying men, but maybe some men. They don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. They're ambiguating.
Ambiguating.
They're ambiguously dating. They think they're friends, but the girl's like, I think I want to be more than friends.
Well, if a guy is coming up to you and asking you to do anything one-on-one, guys, this is my opinion.
Yes.
I think it's giving that you're interested.
Yeah.
So you should really watch out.
Yeah.
If you're not interested. Okay.
I am terrible at this.
We need to go
Red,
faster.
green.
Okay. This one is kind of a hot take. Still friends with their ex.
See, one of my best friends, Andrew, is still, I think for a long time, he'd married, still friends with his ex. But I don't think his wife liked that.
No, she
So I would say I'm such a gray person. A dark orange.
It's a dark orange.
Because you never...
It's giving red if they're talking and texting.
Yeah, it's giving red if you're talking and texting. I think like if you're mature, you move on.
Or say you're in the same community and like you kind of have to be friends. Yeah. That's different.
I am happily married, but when I still see one of my exes, I want to throw up and run.
Yeah.
And it's nothing that they've done. It's usually been
it's just awkward.
On me.
It's awkward.
Yeah.
I just think personally, I'm like, nah, don't.
All my exes are terrific people.
Right.
But it's giving red.
It's giving red. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Quotes scripture in arguments.
Oh no. If you are fighting, do not use scripture. Like that if someone were to use scripture with me in fighting, I would be I'd Hulk out. I don't know.
I'd Hulk out.
Like what kind of scripture?
I don't like you're in a conflict and they're like, love is patient, love is kind.
Oh no, red flag. Stop that trash. Nope. Nope.
I agree. Okay. Has no social media.
I think, see, I'm the gray here. It's either a bright green or a dark
Why
red.
is it a dark red?
I don't, maybe not a dark red, but social media, okay, we're clicking it into a different gear right now.
Okay.
Social media can be so, it can be so dangerous and toxic,
For sure.
especially for some personalities.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about the comparison trap.
Yeah,
It can
literally.
be so, so hard. And I mean, there's so many studies that are saying like the effects of social media that has on a brain are a lot
Attention
like
span,
drugs,
yeah.
attention span. So if a person is like, hey, the healthiest version of me is either limited social media
Yeah.
to no social media, more power to
For
you.
sure.
Be the healthiest version. What's your why? Your
Yeah.
why is trying to be healthy and probably even connected to like you want a healthier relationship with God and more
Yeah,
discipline.
totally.
Love that.
Bright green.
Bright green.
Where is it dark orange?
I don't know. I feel like there's a scenario out there that I can't really verbalize where we know it when we've seen it.
You know when you see it and you're like, that's not great.
Yeah.
Can't find them anywhere.
Yeah, that's
know?
exactly it. We'll let the listener decide what the red is.
I know.
The dark red, not orange. It's red.
Oh, it's dark red.
It's dark red.
It's on the full
but I
edge.
don't know why.
Okay.
But we all have seen it.
Yes, we've seen it. Okay. 2 more. Okay. Says, God told me you're my spouse.
No, that's happened to me multiple times.
No, it hasn't. A woman came up to you and said that?
Their parents.
No.
Yeah. Yes, I've had it happen multiple.
Not multiple.
Yes. Try being on the receiving end of it, where someone has. Yeah, which one do I talk about? Do you want the parent one or?
I mean, the parent one's crazy. That's
okay, we'll talk about
crazy.
so I'm from the West Coast. I live at, people who are on video right now, we're bright red. I'm bright red. So, I just moved to California.
Okay.
This was in 2009.
Okay.
I was going to graduated in undergrad in 2007, took 2 years gap year before seminary at Fuller Seminary. A friend of mine drove from Seattle to LA with me. They had family there. It was part of the reason they wanted to go see their family, go to the beach. And their family met us at the beach. We had 2 days at the beach. First day, it was with his family. I'm sure they're not listening. If you are, great. Now you get to know how I experienced this. So we were hanging out with the family, yada, 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 yada. Then the next day we went to the beach and the mom said, and okay, I'm talking about like spiritual gifts right now. Different churches practice it different ways. I'm not trying to really make light of it. I'll just say how it happened.
You're not making a statement about the spiritual gift.
No. She said, hey, I am a prophet in my church.
Sorry.
That's okay. We laugh not because it's uncomfortable. She doesn't laugh.
Just preparing for what's about to happen. That's why I'm laughing.
Not that she's laughing at a prophet at a church. No. She said, hey, I'm a prophet at my church. I said, oh. And she said, so God actually showed me in a vision last night that you are going to marry my daughter.
Oh.
And I was like, oh.
Wait, did you like her? Were you interested in the daughter?
I didn't know about the daughter.
Okay.
Okay, this is young Michael, everyone. Who's going against a lot of things that I said, going against my top 3. Young Michael said, can I see a picture of her?
That's so bad.
Can I see a picture of her? And she showed me a picture of her. And I said,
no. Michael!
And inside, I know, I'm sorry. I said, well, I don't think God's telling me that. I didn't say it to them. I know it's bad. Do we cut? We don't cut this.
No, we don't.
It's real talk. This is good company.
Okay, but it happens to people.
It happens to people.
Yeah.
And I've had different people say, in different contexts, say, hey, God told me that we're going to date. And I would say, God has not told me that.
You should tell both of us that.
Yeah, I think you should tell both of us if that's God. But what I will say, if anyone says, God told me X, Y, Z, go to scripture, because if you're wondering what God's actually saying, he's revealed it in scripture.
Totally.
So God's not a fortune telling God.
Right.
So if you're wondering what God's voice is saying, crack open the Bible. That's where it's at. So
that's good. Okay. I mean,
I feel like
you had a story
people are
to
gonna start
provide.
canceling me after
No,
that
no,
story.
you were young.
We've all been
It's
there.
many years ago, and it's relatable.
It's
Let's
happened to
just
all of
be
us.
honest. Yep. Okay.
Last question.
I need a good one. Okay.
That wasn't a good one?
That was kind of the best one. Okay, this is just like, what if they say they're at Tuesday nights, our college ministry? They're the one always stacking the chairs at the end. Red flag, green flag.
Oh, bright green.
Bright green.
Are you kidding me?
Men, start stacking the chairs.
Stack chairs.
Stack chairs, clean up. It'll really help your case.
See, here's the deal. Guys, I'm going to speak to you. Women see everything that you're doing, especially
Literally
in like a
everything.
Tuesday night context.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday nights is our college ministry. If you're in Madison area, Tuesday nights at 7, Upper House, be there. It's awesome. But they're looking. If
Oh,
you're
yeah.
stacking chairs, they're like, oh, he's selfless.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he can pile 8 chairs on each other. Whoa,
Wow.
I wonder what his personality's like.
There you go. It's true.
But I think the thing is, I'm going to jump way in the future.
Yeah.
When you end up marrying, if marriage works out and kids work out, you're going to be in the trenches. It's going to be 3 a.m. You're going to have a diaper blowout. Both of you are going to be exhausted. You're going to want someone who's saying, I'll take care of it.
Yep.
I got it.
Servant-hearted.
You're going to want that.
Yep.
It might not serve you in college or when you're a young adult. It's going to serve you later.
Totally.
So bright green.
Honestly, I might add that to my list. Someone who,
Chair stacker.
well, not specifically chair stacker, but like servant-hearted. I feel like that is like so important in like as life like continues to go on. Like that's something that, it's just really important.
Nothing like catches, like makes me lose my breath. What does it? Catch your breath. What's the
Takes
phrase?
your breath away?
Takes my breath away. Thank you. Then when like Cassie does something selfless for me and it's
that's
unexpected.
Sweet. Yeah,
you know?
totally.
And it doesn't have to be a big thing.
No.
It could be the tiniest thing. And I'm like, whoa.
You like that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, bedhead smelly breath. Like, wow.
Look at you.
You know?
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all we have time for today.
Grace, I want to just say this was good company.
This was good company. Thanks for being here with me.
Yeah, we hope this was good company for you too, everyone listening.
Yep. And we will see you with another episode soon.
Yep, we'll see you.
Bye.